Michael Irvin, Hall of Famer, NFL Network analyst. You can see Mike on the NFL Network's NFL Game Day morning, Saturdays at noon Eastern and Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Mike, good morning. How are you?
EP, I'm doing well, buddy. You know, doing pretty good, but we're still in this run. Cowboys are still in this run, I should say. I'm no longer playing, but I continue to say we for some reason.
I want to ask you, though, I'll get to the Cowboys in a moment. Could Nick Foles win his way into being the Eagles' starting quarterback next season?
No, I don't think so. I mean, this is a great story, a hell of a story, you know, and we always talk about big-time players playing in big-time moments, and Nick Foles has surely and certainly done that and has earned everything that we're talking about and calling him Saint Nick because he comes around and he does what he does at Christmas time and on through the playoffs and all of that. But, man, oh, man, Carson Wentz is the star of that football team and the quarterback of the future. Now, if Nick Foles hadn't had a few turns of the doorknob and did not open the door, that may change. That may be changing. You know, at the start of this season, this is not the Nick Foles we saw on the football field. He wasn't doing these kinds of things. You know, it was 1-1, and I said to myself, the slipper has fallen off Cinderella. That story is over. But now he's created a new story. It is Carson Wentz moving forward. I think the Eagles were smart to put out already that, hey, we're looking to trade Nick Foles so everybody can stop all this noise that they are talking about holding on to Nick over Carson Wentz.
Being a Cowboys fan and a former player, of course, you look at this team, but do you step back objectively? Can you look at them realistically going into this Rams game without going, I hope they win, I expect them to win?
Well, what do you mean? With the Cowboys?
Yeah. Yeah, no, with the Cowboys. Can you just step back and go, you know what, I see this as being a problem or
Oh, no. Stop. I said that on the show last week. I thought for the Cowboys to win a Super Bowl the path you pick is as good as the team. The path you taking is as important as the players you have on the field because matchups are what matters. And honestly, I was more worried about this matchup than any matchup. You know, they'd already beaten the Saints. So I felt that they felt good there, but I can tell you this right now, they don't even understand what they will see in that Superdome when they get ready to play the Saints, you know, this weekend. But I thought the Rams will give the Cowboys the most issues because they spread around the ball so well, and it's not a real focal point that you can take down and say, I know this is where the ball is coming, like you can with Michael Thomas, and you can mine everybody in the backfield with the Saints. I was worried about this, but I tell you this, Cooper Kupp not being there is something nobody's talking about, but it's a huge issue for the Rams. And I think without Cooper Kupp being there and us not knowing exactly how healthy Todd Gurley is, that maybe the Cowboys are catching the Rams at the right time. That I also think.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious how because Dallas, you have that game, that wild card game. I always look at these teams as being dangerous that next week because you get into playoff football mode. The Rams haven't been in playoff football mode. Because you're able to win the division easily here. But Dallas struggled the entire year. We saw this with Green Bay a few years ago, the Steelers a couple of years ago as well. So how much do you buy into that momentum of having won a wild card game, and then you go into that next game against a team that had the bye week?
Yeah, if I could talk to the Dallas Cowboys, that's the one thing I would talk to them about. I would warn them on how difficult it is. I played in 3 wild card games, wild card weekends, and then had to line up again the next week. Let me tell you something, man. I remember every one of them, and I lost one, so I lined up again twice the next week, But every one of them, the thing I walked away remembering, like, wow. You got it. When you play that wild card weekend, you have to play that next weekend. You have to be prepared because that team is just coming in and they're fresh. You got to absorb their freshness and not allow it to get you off tilt because they're going to be fresh, they're going to have fresh legs, and they're going to be playing. You have to absorb that. You just got out of a tough game, and your body still feels the week before. That's why it's very, very important that Dallas has some kind of early success. Early success. They have to match and absorb the intensity and the freshness of the Rams, and then make sure they have some kind of early success to lift them past what the fight they had against Seattle last week.
He's Michael Irvin, the Hall of Famer, NFL Network analyst. The quarterback that you would want to have in the playoffs right now is who?
Why should I not have Dallas quarterback?
Well, you can take Dak Prescott. You can take Dak Prescott.
I was just wondering. I mean, I thought you should just given me him. What this man just did now, and from his time in the league, no one has more fourth quarter comeback wins than Dak Prescott, and he did it again in the wild card weekend. It is incredible how people talk about Dallas should not be thinking about paying Dak Prescott. I don't know what it is. It gives me a headache when I hear it sometimes. And as tough as it is to find great young talent, we're finding great young talent, and we're putting pressure on these young guys. We got a lot of young guys in the playoffs. We expect them to play very well. It used to be they had 3 or 4 years before we expected this kind of performance out of them, and Dak Prescott has withstood all of that in 2 of his 3 years, been in the playoffs and missed the playoffs by 1 game after missing Zeke for 6 games. Yes, sir, I will take Dak Prescott over all of them.
Over Andrew Luck.
I love Andrew Luck. By the way, okay. Hey, young quarterback. When I say young quarterback, I'm talking about 3 years or younger.
No. I'm saying you can have any quarterback right now in the playoffs.
You said you can have any young quarterback.
No, any quarterback in the playoffs.
Don't try to mess with me like that, man.
Okay, I'm going to rephrase it then.
I say this, dude. I love watching Andrew Luck now, and I'm happy for him because look, Andrew Luck can shut us up a lot. Nobody's been talking about Andrew Luck, man.
I know.
And if he comes back and after last week's game winning, come back now and knock off Patrick Mahomes after knocking off Deshaun Watson, Andrew Luck has said, I'm tired of everybody talking about all of these so-called future faces of the NFL.
Okay, you would take Dak Prescott over Patrick Mahomes?
I would take Dak Prescott. I like Dak Prescott. I like Patrick Mahomes, too. They're all young quarterbacks. Now, see, when you're talking about that, you got to also look at the system that those guys are in. Do I think Dak Prescott can be doing what Patrick Mahomes is doing in Andy Reid's system? Because Andy Reid's just a pure genius, man. I told him that last week when I saw him. Just a pure genius. Yes, I do. I do believe that, and I do.
Okay, but why wouldn't Dallas have that system then if you think that Dak Prescott can put up those kind of numbers? Why are they holding him back?
That's not the system that Dallas runs. Dallas runs a more timing system that they're trying to change into a more system-oriented offense. It doesn't work like that.
He's Michael Irvin, the playmaker, joining us. Antonio Brown.
Tell me why won't Tom Brady take that system? Since Patrick Mahomes putting up those kind of numbers. See what I'm saying, Dan? It doesn't work like that. Tom Brady has his system. That's what he do.
But Brady's been doing it. Brady puts up big numbers.
Oh, come on, man. Not like this young man has put up right now. He has put up a 5,000-yard season. He has put up 50 touchdown season. But we're talking about this kid doing it in his first year of starting.
Yeah, but you wouldn't change the system.
We're looking at what we hope is the bottom of this kid's numbers as opposed to it being the top and what it was with Tom Brady.
Yeah, but, Brady's been in this system forever. It's his system. They're not going to change that. I'm talking about Dak Prescott's been in Dallas for 3 years, and if he's got that kind of talent, then why are you holding him back? Why doesn't he get to throw it 40 times?
The Cowboys have been in this system forever, and they won 3 Super Bowls in this same system. So why should they change it? And
they should change because they haven't had any playoff success, Mike.
At the end of the day, statistics don't win championships. champions win championship, and good football win championship. Don't get caught up in stats. Let's get caught up in winning. And Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they haven't done anything in the playoffs, and you're dancing about the numbers and the statistics, and they haven't done anything in the playoffs either. So it doesn't matter how many numbers you put up if you don't win this time of the year. Say la vie, holler at you, go home, be with your peeps, be with your fam. We'll see you when you're watching.
Are you sweating right now?
No, not at all, buddy.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
No, not at all. Not at all. I will be sweating.
You're in a
Saturday,
lather. You're in a lather.
Yeah. Saturday I will be. And I just got my voice back, D. So I'm pondering if I should go to the game, or should I just watch in my hotel suite by myself so I can do my thing and don't yell so much and lose my voice.
How about a viewing party with you?
Oh man, I can't do that. I can't control the party. I got to have them. You know, they got to. I just can't do it. It'll run me crazy. I cannot do that. I got to be focused when they're playing. It's almost as if I'm on the football field, Dan.
Oh,
I'm telling you, I'm a sick pup. I'm a sick pup.
I'd like to have a viewing party, like the old Michael Irvin viewing party.
Hey, no. We wouldn't even watch the game.
No, I was going to say, how much of the game would we be watching? I'll leave you with this. What advice would you give Antonio Brown?
Well, listen, man, and that's such a sad situation. But first of all, there's no way and never any reason that you don't show up for your football team and for especially at Saturday meetings, man. That's the final meeting where you put everything together for Sunday. I feel bad for it. And I really hope that somehow, some way, they can mend the fences back at Pittsburgh and get finish his career out at Pittsburgh, because I appreciated playing for only one team. But, boy, they got a lot of things going on in Pittsburgh. And I'm going to tell you what bothers me about it is everybody trying to lay all of the blame at the feet of Mike Tomlin, and I think that's totally out of line when we are in this new age NFL where we're giving guys are earning such salary bonuses that you can't just cut a player like in the old days when Jimmy Johnson was controlling the sidelines and controlling the football team. These contracts now are in the front office. They are not in the coach's hands anymore.
Have fun this weekend, Mike.
Yeah, I certainly will, buddy. You guys do too, man. Now, hey, don't say anything if the Cowboys come out with this win, buddy. Don't worry about it. It'll be on and popping. And you guys can get off all of that playoff drought stuff. We already got a win in, and we're about to move forward.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, buddy.
That's Michael Irvin, Hall of Famer, NFL Network analyst.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.